or lunch, we'll call it. I got my bacon, got my eggs, a little bit of bacon. What's up, guys? TT, FB, and YT. Guys, all y'all, this is your platform. Oh, shit. I better turn that off. They might get a little mad at me. Why? I hear them all. What I like about YT or the tube, what I like about it is you can leave a really big, long question. All right. So I like that better. Um, but until I get me a regular schedule, my traffic, I believe I'm going to start going multi-streaming in the morning. If I found a way, if I could find a way where I could cook and drag my computer in where my kitchen is, I'd probably multi-stream my cooking in the morning. But so I'm trying to get me a schedule that works. When I go to Florida, you know. Oh my God, this is good. Putting in banana peppers in eggs was a game changer for me. Yeah, I'm not a big. Yeah, Alexandra, I think you all have seen The Kitchen. Oh yeah, banana peppers and eggs. But I've been live streaming in the new house. Breakfast usually on the weekends when I was there. Sometimes not a lot though, so you could have missed it. We have a lanai. Hell yeah, it snows. We're in Eastern Kentucky. It snows. We just had a lot of bad weather. Thank you, Alexandra. Yeah, banana peppers. Guys, if you're looking in on me on YT or FB, you can ask me a question. My name is Eugene. I am an attorney, believe it or not. I'm an entrepreneur. I've done a lot of stuff, fellas. A lot. How about you leave out of here? How about you leave out of here if you don't like me talking with my mouth full? I mean, you can leave. I don't care. Not really. I don't care. No, no, this is our second home. This is our primary home. We bought a house. We sold our condo. We bought a house about a year ago with my daughter in South Daytona. So, you know, it's in a little subdivision. It's an old community. The house is there like in the 1980s to mid 80s. Call me, Jenny. Go ahead and call me, Jenny. Way to go with the workout. Yeah, they already know who I am, which is good. There is no mystery about me when it comes to them. They know who I am. They think I'm an asshole, and that's okay with me. I'm all right with that. I am okay with certain people thinking I'm an asshole. It keeps them away. No, I'm just tired. The older you get, the less tolerance you have for stupidity. So, you know. Oh my God, this is good. No, I don't think they're envious. A lot of those people are just, they ain't been told no. They're really wealthy. Everybody in our community is really wealthy. And wealthy people just ain't used to somebody telling them no. Or they ain't used to people pushing back. This Eugene. Hello.
Hi.
Hold on just a second. Let me turn this off. Is this
Okay.
Janae?
Yes, it's Janai.
All right, baby. What's going on? Tell me where you live. Give me the state that you live in.
Well, I was in Oklahoma City. Right now I am in Napa, Idaho with my kiddos.
Oh, you're in Idaho?
Mm-hmm.
That's like where all those separatists live, right?
Well, my problem is that I used to work for Walmart. Was there for about 8 years. I had a family emergency with my kiddos, and I had to hurry up and get to Idaho to take care of my situation and whatnot. Now, you're supposed to tell your coach what's going on. I told them as soon as I could about what was going on. I told her I was going to have to go on a flight on Friday. Now, I told her prior to this, she said, okay, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and remove you from the schedule, and you just let me
Well, wait,
know
hold on a
what's going
second. Let
on.
me ask you, were you a contract? Were you a, did you,
I was an employee,
well, okay. So were you a full-time or part-time employee?
full time,
Did you have a
8 years.
did you have a contract or did they just hire you on? You didn't have a contract, right?
No, there's no contract. I was a regular employee, a regular associate. I worked for OPD, online grocery shopping.
Oh, really?
All I did was, yeah, I shopped for people and whatnot. I was there for 8 years. Never had a problem, never had points, always showed up on time, never called in.
So you were a good
It was
worker,
great.
had good evaluation. So when you went to Idaho, were there no, did you maybe put in for a transfer or something?
I told her that it was a possibility of me transferring. I will let her know. I was actually, the day they put in and terminated me, I put in a transfer that same day.
Why did they terminate you? Did you just ask for leave? I don't understand.
I had no clue. I was never told I was being terminated. I had to find out that same day I put in my transfer, which is the day of. Okay, so my last day was Tuesday. I worked that day. Now I had 2 days off. Okay, they had me on the schedule for 2 days off, which was Wednesday and Thursday. Friday is the day I told my boss I am leaving that day. And I told her this. And so with that, when I got here Friday, I sat there and I am on the phone. Please exit the room. Please, I am on a call. Thank you. Thank you.
How many kids you got?
I got all together. I have 4. My oldest is on her own in Twin Falls in Idaho with her boyfriend.
Are those grandbabies? Are those grandbabies in the background?
Those were actually my brother's kids and my eldest daughter.
Okay. All right. Daughter. So you're an aunt, right? That's little nephews and nieces. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So let's hold on. Let me try and make this a little simple from my head. You had a job. You told them that you were going to take time off.
Yep.
But you kind of told them maybe 1 or 2 days before you actually was going to leave. Is that right?
It was about a week.
Okay.
And I told them ahead of time because it was an emergency and it kind of popped it out.
Have you looked at the employee handbook or the employee manual to see how that kind of stuff is supposed to be handled?
No, I'm not a manager, so I wouldn't know how their stuff works and why. Only thing I know is that if you have 5 or more points, you are able to get terminated. That's the only way.
Well, so
unless you do a fireball thing. I did not do those things. I have no fireball.
So let's not. You're kind of skipping a step. Almost every place, every big place, particularly Walmart, I'm sure.
I'm sure there is.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me explain first, and you can go on. Almost every company has an employee handbook or an employee manual. You don't have to be a manager to have one. And in those employee manuals, it will generally lay out exactly how you're supposed to handle the business there if you have to leave. And even if an emergency, they probably have some kind of rule.
Yeah, there is. And I actually was doing that because I told her, I let them know ahead as soon as possible I was able to. Second, I sat there and told her there's a good possibility I'm going to be transferring. I let her know that I already put in my transfer that day. They fired me.
Well,
that same
okay. See, you
get this.
Hold on. Wait, baby. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just telling you. You keep saying pretty much, maybe, yes, maybe pretty much. Have you looked at your employee handbook? Because I will tell you that's what they're going to beat you over the head with. So that's the document you need to look at and see how those things, when you say you told them, that could be, I mean, there's certain, and I don't know how Walmart operates. I don't know. But I do know
I've been with Walmart 8 years, and I've done a transfer before.
I'm not talking about transfer. I'm talking about getting ready to leave, getting ready to document that you had this emergency. So I'm not being difficult. I'm just saying, unless you get that employee manual out and eyeball it and go specifically to that type of situation that you're talking about, like asking for leave or emergency leave, I'm sure they have an emergency leave section, and I'm sure they will tell you in that handbook how you're supposed to do it. And almost always, telling someone is generally not the method that they want you to do because they want you to document that stuff, like an email or some kind of form that they have. I've been doing this a long time, and almost always there's some type of paper that you would need to fill out. So unless you do that,
my bosses didn't tell me that.
Well,
they did not tell me, hey, you need to.
Well, let me tell you. It ain't their job to inform you of that stuff, and that's exactly what they'll tell you. You have an obligation to understand that manual. Like, you have an obligation to do that. Now, it might be that what you did was correct. It might be what you did is correct, because I don't know. But what I am saying to you, in order to know for sure if they violated any kind of policy, you have to be familiar with that policy. So I would always go to your policy and look at it.
I think that to be honest, I think I did it right, because the only way that you are to terminate somebody is if they had a fireable offense or they were up on points. I had no points. They literally fired me with 0 points on my record.
And I'm going to say to you, all right, hold on. I'm going to say to you again. You said, I think.
No, I know I don't have no fireball.
Did you? No. The procedure that you're supposed to follow when you ask for time, even in an emergency, almost every handbook that and I've written many handbooks. I have written a lot of handbooks, employee handbooks for companies. So I'm saying to you, unless you look at that, you absolutely don't know you have a case. So what will happen is you could, I don't, right now at this point, I don't know if you have a case because you haven't looked at the handbook, and I'm not aware of their handbooks. I mean, you keep saying you think, and I'm not trying to be combative, but the words you're saying doesn't give me much confidence. Like, you need to know exactly what the procedure is for taking time off. Now, once you look at that, and it's probably online or something, you could probably look at it easy enough and find out. because having a fireable offense isn't the same as requesting time off.
Well, right. I understand that completely. I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
100%. I
Okay.
100% understand. But I didn't even have a chance to do that because of the emergency that I had.
Well,
Okay. I was dealing with CPS. I was with my children. I was dealing with freaking a lot of stuff. So
I
dealing
know,
with
but
that.
let's calm down a little bit.
So
Don't get angry. Okay, let's not get
I'm
angry.
not.
What I'm trying to
I'm not
say,
getting
what
angry.
what I'm trying to say to you is that you really don't know what their policy is, and you said it was a week. You just sat here earlier and you said it was about
Yeah,
a
it was
week.
about a week. Yeah, and I
Okay.
was dealing with
I
CPS.
know.
It was my
I'm not
children
hating
and
on you. I'm not hating on you. Saying I'm just saying that you knew that was coming up, and I'm not trying to beat you over the head, but what I am trying to get you to do is look at your employee handbook, okay? Look at the employee handbook and see how they handle leave time and see how they
I wish I
handle.
really could because I can't even in the system anymore. That's
Well,
I can't do nothing.
I would say somebody probably has it. Well, let me ask this. Let's fall back to this. So I've already told you, because I really think that's what you need to do first. Because that way you can educate yourself, because I don't know. Right now, I would say I would be more leaning if you came in my office and told me that story. I would say to you, I'd have to look at their employee handbook, right? I'd have to look at their employee handbook to see if you violated any of their policy. That's the first thing I would do if you came into my office,
Your
right?
mom probably has her fan with her.
So
She takes her stuff with her.
So let's fall back. Have you looked at the Walmart there locally, or have you even tried to get hired on down there?
Yes, I have. Actually, I put in a transfer, full blown transfer.
No, I'm not
When
talking
I
about,
was,
well, I'm not talking about transfer. That ship has sailed, it seems as though, right? That
yeah,
ship has
now it
sailed.
has.
Right. So I'm talking about, have you filed a straight up application as though you weren't as though you didn't have any seniority or anything? Have you done that?
Oh, oh, oh no, I don't want to work for that won't
Okay.
happen. My thing is, I want whoever did that to be held accountable because they did not notify me or let me know. I had to find out through somebody else that was not even my manager.
Well,
She's
I'm going to
she was
say
like,
that your employer don't have a duty to tell you why they fired you. Almost any state I'm aware of, there is no duty to tell you why. It'd be nice to know. I would write them a letter. Did you write them a letter or send an email?
they don't answer, to be honest. I don't know if I've been trying to communicate with them and talk to
How
them.
do you know? I'm sure they
I
have
don't know their emails.
I'm sure they have an employee.
There is conversations, there's ethics that you can call. I have called them and
Okay.
whatnot. I have called they're like, well, you have to take the proper steps. And I'm like, okay. So I call the store to take those proper steps. And
See, that stuff would probably be outlined. See, when they say proper steps, that stuff would probably be outlined in your employee handbook.
well, it'd be nice if they actually answered their phones and instead of avoiding my calls.
Well,
answer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. And I know you're in a bad spot, but let me just try to tell you at this moment, everything's going to fall back on that employee handbook. And it seems to me, these places like good workers. And unless you violated some kind of handbook or some kind of policy or procedure, I don't know why they would have.
And I did not.
Well, but you don't know for sure because you haven't looked at your employee handbook. Okay. And I'm being honest. If you were in my office,
because you don't know, but I've been.
okay,
I know that for a fact.
okay, but you haven't seen it.
I was told by the manager that hey, if you get pulled back to the back, or I have a problem, you're fired.
Okay, listen,
like really,
listen. But
I didn't do nothing.
As of today or yesterday, you still haven't seen the procedure in your handbook about leave and emergency
I
stuff.
never had a situation like my life where I had
Okay.
to do this. No,
Well, so what I
I
would
uh, you think that beings that use Walmart and they do something or whatever, and they're supposed to be fancy orphans and stuff. That they would, have some rules a little bit. But at the same token, I didn't expect that. But at the same token, I did let my manager know, and that which step I was supposed to.
well, okay. You're not I mean, and I'm not being mean at you. I'm just
And then
saying
I was told when I contacted not the right manager, but a manager. She wasn't my manager that I was supposed to talk to. But guess you were fired because you had points. Well, guess what? I had no points.
okay.
So how did I?
All right,
How
baby.
did I?
Hey, hold on. You're getting all fired up.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
It makes me mad because I had no points when
I listen, this ain't about points. I'm telling you, this is not about points. Unless
Well,
you
that's
get
what she said.
listen.
The manager.
Okay. All right. I'm not going to argue with you. You sound like a nice lady. If it was me and I was you, and you really think you got a claim, you got to base it on your employee handbook. Okay. Okay.
Yep.
All right, baby. I'm so sorry for you, but I've just try to regroup. And if you don't intend to go, so let's go back. Let's assume that they did do something wrong. Let's assume this. So I'm gonna walk you through this so you don't beat yourself over the head with it.
Okay.
If let's assume that everything you said is correct. Let's assume that everything you said is correct. Uh, you probably don't have, even if you sue them. How much money was you making?
I was making 1560,
Or give me a rough number on a month. What was your gross pay on a month?
almost 2000.
Okay. Ooh, that's pretty good money. Good for you. So you were making $2,000 a month in most every state, even if you filed a lawsuit. Even if you filed a lawsuit, and
Can I tell
even
you something?
wait a minute, let me walk you through this, and you can
Go ahead.
just listen. This is important for you. Even if you filed a lawsuit, even if your claim was valid, let's assume those two things are true, absolutely true, and you filed your lawsuit, you are under an obligation to try to find other employment. You just can't sit around and wait. So you are under an obligation to hunt other work while this lawsuit goes forward. In most
Well,
every
yeah,
in most
I already
every
got a job.
okay,
That's the
so
thing. I already got a job. And guess what? I moved up and I make $17 an hour doing something I actually like to do.
well,
I'm not
good.
doing
So
something.
so let's follow through with this.
Okay.
If you had a claim, if if you had a valid claim and you have already found a job, which means you have done what the law what most states require you to, you have mitigated your damages. So what that means is if you were out of work for a month, the most you'd be able to sue for is $2,000, and
I
that's
don't
just
want the money. That's not the thing. That's the
oh,
thing. I don't want the
well,
money.
if you wanna
I
pay
want them to be held. I want
okay.
them to be held
So,
accountable for
okay,
it.
so you've made your job markedly easier, right? If your only goal is to hold them accountable, if that's your only goal, then you
Yeah.
will have to pay for that because no lawyer's going to take it on a contingency because there ain't no money there. If you want to hold them accountable, spend 600 bucks or so, file your lawsuit, and then bring them into court or pay a lawyer. It probably cost about $10,000 to get a lawyer to sue them. So that's if it's all about the principle, then you're going to have to pay for that because no lawyer is going to take the case because there ain't enough damages there.
Okay.
Okay.
I was just curious.
Well, I'm just trying to walk you through it and give you information. Okay.
No, I appreciate
Well,
it
where's your new
very
job
much.
at? Let's talk about that. Where's your new job?
I work at a supportive living. I help take care of people.
Well, good for you. Now, do me a favor when we get off of here. Are you full time? So get your employee handbook and look at it and be familiar with it, okay? Get your
Okay.
employee handbook, be familiar with it, so that way moving forward, you will be more informed and, you'll be able to hold these people to task. But if you wanna sue them and prove a point, hell, go right for it, but it will cost you money because there won't be a lawyer that will take that case because there ain't enough money in it for them. Okay?
Yep.
Alright, thank you very much, but look at that handbook,
Thank you.
okay?
You have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. Good call. Good call. She was fr she was frustrated. Yeah, she was frustrated, and I thank you very much for that. I hate it for her. She's frustrated, and I get it. She felt that she was wronged. Well, thank you, Rhonda. One of these days, I'll make some money doing this. One of these days, somebody will hire me. Animate it. One of these days one of these days, someone will tell someone that's a producer of a radio program and get me my own syndicated radio program. Yeah, thank you, guys. I've been doing this a long time. You can be fired from work. You can be fired from work for being sick. Again, you fall back to your employee handbook. If you're an employee, you should have an employee handbook. Everything begins and ends with your employee handbook. Oh, I'd love to have Howard Stern's, slot. Doctors doctors notes don't give a shit, right? Listen, guys, I'm gonna give you a truth bomb. Those of you that ain't familiar with me on YT or FB, I like my truth bomb. Let me give you a truth bomb. A doctor's note is like a note from your mama. Sometimes it don't matter. A boss or a company don't give two shits sometimes about that doctor's note. Unless it's in your policy manual, it doesn't matter. Yeah. That doctor's note that doctor's note, I love it. Good job. Working for yourself is the bomb. It doesn't matter if you're okay. An employment at will doesn't mean anything. Employment at will doesn't matter. If you violate your policy, if you violate your worker's policy, you can be terminated. Everyone here listening should get out your employee handbook and be familiar with it. Spend a couple of hours and read that damn handbook. Read it. Read it. Her Yep. Yep. Employers can do whatever they want. A contract. Good call, guys. Hey, Anna. Anna, my will you see if the YouTube is working? Will you see if my YT is working and my FB is working? Thank you. What's up, Allie? Thank you. Cake. Thank you. A piece of cake. I hear you all. No, I can hear YT. It's working. I hear I hear the YT. I don't know about FB. Well, I don't know about your wrongful death case, right? Your son passed away, and I hate that for you. I hate it. But I don't know if you've got a wrongful death. You can book a call. What's up, Bob on FB? Thank you. Now we got them all cooking. I think I'm getting the hang of this multi-stream thing. So wrongful death is awful. Again, hard to prove. I hate it that your son passed. I would I would really try to come to terms with your and quit trying to find a way to sue somebody unless you really think you've got a lawsuit. The only way to really know that you've got a lawsuit for wrongful death would be to talk to a lawyer. Guys, when you guys, if you're brand new here, give me a follow. Follow and subscribe, guys. Let me know where you're from. If you're looking in on me on FB or YT, TT, if you're brand new, hit that follow button. Subscribe over here. Tell me where you're from. Hit that follow button and tell me. Thank you, Janae. I appreciate you, baby. I really do. What's up, Virginia? That's not rude. What's up, DR? What's up, Texas? I don't want you to tell me if you're already a follower. It's about 45 degrees out here, I think. It's been shitty all day. It's rained all day. That's not true. Someone in here is throwing shade on us poor lawyers. No, a lot of lawyers do care about you. They want your case. If you've got a good case, there's no doubt about that. If you have an automobile accident, I can work your automobile accident and I only get 20%. I would love to have your case, but I'll take care of you. You'll have my cell phone number. I will work your case personally, myself and my assistant. I do care about the well-being of my clients. Now you might not think that because you just outed yourself. You just hate lawyers because you probably had a bad experience. Maybe maybe you went through a divorce and you had a bad lawyer, or maybe you were a bad client. Maybe you were a bad client and you didn't get what you want. So there you go. There you go. What's up, Kentucky? I've got a little experience with real estate law. Way to go, Cave. Come on now. Cave, keep it tight and quit the spamming of the chat, man. Come on now. If you got a question, let it roll. If you got something meaningful to add, let's hear it. But if you're just jacking around, ain't nobody got time for that. Come on, my brother. Tim probably gonna try to go back this week. Yeah, Jenny, I'm not rude. Sorry that you think I'm rude. I would sue a police department. Jenny, I'm not mad. I don't know why you got your panties in a wad. Um, yeah, I've sued the police before. I have sued the police before, believe it or not. I'm sorry, Jenny. Oh, okay. Sorry, Alexandra. I'm sorry. Thank you. Sorry, Jenny. Much love. Sorry, Jenny. Thank you. Sorry, I apologize. Gotcha, Jenny. Judith. Judy. Judith. It nary what nary wasn't there a wide receiver with Alabama? His last name was Judy. Only 20% for car wrecks. Exactamundo. Jerry Judy. Yeah. Yeah. Typical typical lawyer. Oh, I love it. Typical lawyer liars. Book a call is $79. Book a call is $79. I love thank you. Come on, Boyd. Come on, buddy. It's I love the trolls. I love them. Yeah, it's all gone. Yeah, all the snow's gone. I got maybe there's one little patch of ice back there. You see it on that little ledge? One little patch. Thank you guys. It was yeah. Elizabeth, Sue, worse than a scammer. I'm worse than a scammer. Oh my god, I'm worse than a scammer. Oh. It is real, baby. Thank you. Well, suing a jail in Michigan probably not going to be in your cards unless you want to pay for it. Corruption, corruption. Well, oh man, this cake was good. Anna, this cake was good. I still got that cheesecake in the fridge. I love the yellow cake. Yeah, my favorite yellow cake with Duncan Hines icing. Yeah, the cheesecake from Captain D's. It's in there. Gosh damn, Cave. You gotta stop doing that stupid shit. Come on, damn it. Everybody knows you're in the chat, Cave, so stop. I don't like homemade icing. I like it store bought, you know? Unless it's that coconut icing that you put on German chocolate cake. I like that, but it's really fattening. I really like that. That is good. What's up, Sheila G? G? My baby? G? Let's go, G. I don't like cream cheese. Oh, Alexandra, I'm floating over here, baby. Right now, I've had about I've had about 45, 50 ounces already since I got done running. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting ready to float. I want I want justice. I want justice. Some lady in the chat is mad. She don't give a shit about my cake. She wants justice. If I didn't think you was going to be half-ass crazy, I'd invite you to call me. But if you get nutty, but if you get nutty on me while I got you on the phone, that's not going to be good for anybody. You sound like you're nutty, and if I had you up here, Good grief. I Elizabeth. Oh, Philip, we got his case continued. Madam Prosecutor was very fair. She said the documents she said, and you're gonna hear this term. I'm gonna throw a legal term on you. Listen for the legal term. I Ways that you can argue. When you make a persuasive argument, you make it with documents, primary resource. Well, my client claimed he had a bad heart. The only documents I could give at a prosecutor were some discharge summaries. They weren't real reports, although they were generated from the hospital. So she said to me, after I asked for all of that time to be spent on home confinement, she said, Your Honor, Mr. Cisco is making a good argument. However, his argument is not persuasive. I am not persuaded because there are no doctor's reports. So I said, Thank you. I did get them from a hospital, not trying to mislead the court. I advised everybody not trying to do that. But my client is going to the doctor on the 20th of March. We will know on the 20th of March if he has a condition that will not allow him to spend 2 months in jail. So, Madam Prosecutor said, That's good. And they set my case for April the 8th. We'll be back in town for Hillbilly Days then. So, Philip, I hope he's sick enough to where the doctor says you cannot spend 2 months in jail. I hope he's sick enough. I like Philip. Don't wish him any bad luck, but he doesn't want to go to jail. And the only way he's going to avoid jail is if that doctor thinks he's sick enough to where he cannot withstand the rigors of jail. So there you go. That's what happened to my boy Robert or Philip. His name's interchangeable at this point. That's Mr. Fourth offense DUI. Yeah, but really the jail does not want, and I told the judge, I said, Your Honor, I'm asking for a continuance because I don't think there's anybody, and that's what I said to him. I said, Your Honor, I don't think there's anybody in this courtroom that wants Mr. Williamson to die in jail. So let's what if I could wait till the 20th, then we'll know. And if he's fit to go to jail, that sucks for him. And that's what I said. Yeah, he was indicted. He was indicted. And they originally wanted 6 months to serve, and I got him down to 2 months. He says he has. They will want proof. No, he won't take it to trial. I told him I will not try that case because it's a deadlock loser. And if he tries that case, he's most assuredly going to get at least 6 months in jail, probably more. He looks like he's 90. I don't know how damn old he is. So I don't know how old he is. He looks pitiful. He's all humped over when he was standing up at the podium with me, he couldn't even I mean, he's humped over and everything. He's pitiful. And his hygiene's bad too. He smells like hell. And I'm not being mean, but he smells like hell. It's just it's horrible. Okay. Good question. Someone in the chat wants to know if autism, someone has autism and they get accused of elder abuse, is that enough? Will they want documentation? Okay, 2 things about that. 2 things about autism, right? Everybody is autistic, I guess. There's so many markers with that autism spectrum. Almost anybody could fit in the spectrum. And I'm not minimizing autism. I'm certainly not. But there's a lot of people claiming it and they can't claim it or they shouldn't claim it. Okay. It's like ADD. Everybody in the damn world has it if they want it. If you want to be autistic, I'm pretty damn sure you can find a doctor to label you autistic. But that does not absolve you of criminal activity. It doesn't. Even if you get the proper documentation, that will not absolve that person of criminal activity. Now, it might mitigate it a little bit. They're going to want that person to go get help. And if he can't control himself, then they're going to put him away. Just because you got something going on doesn't give you a get out jail free card. Sorry, that was a truth bomb. Right there, another truth bomb for a Sunday. Good question. Just because you got, when I prosecuted, when I prosecuted, almost always, there would people come before me as a prosecutor, and the first thing they would do is they would pimp out an illness. They would come before the court, and they would talk to me as prosecutor, and they would give me a laundry list of shit that was wrong with them. And I would say to them, as a prosecutor, I don't give a shit what's wrong with you. I want you to fix it so that way you're not a problem anymore. I have said that to so many people. Had my truck keyed once. I had the part of my bed scratched and cut. But I would say I don't give two shits what your problem is. The court doesn't care what your problem is. All we want is for you to get it fixed. Now that you know you've got a problem, go to a doctor and control it. That's simple. If you have something going on, that doesn't give you a get out jail free card. I've said that to so many people. Uh, the court don't care. They want you to fix the problem. When I prosecuted, I didn't care. I want you to fix the problem. Yeah, it's just there's I always say quit pimping out your quit pimping out your illness, quit pimping quit pimping out your quit pimping out your sick granny, quit pimping out your mommy, your daddy, quit pimping out your kids. If you get out and you fuck up and you go on the other side of the law, do not drag your ass in and pimp out your mother, your father, your granny. Don't pimp out your illness. Prosecutors don't like it, judges don't like it, and victims don't like it. So don't do that. Stand up straight, take accountability, get your problem fixed. If it's substance abuse, that will not ever get you out of. So there you go. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, guys. Tap, share, follow. Oh, no, Phil's not from Letcher County. He's a smoker, and that smoking stench hangs on him. He's a good guy, though, I like him, but hit that cloud, anybody that smokes a lot and hot boxes those cigarettes in their car, it permeates every part of their body, and it just smells bad. So if you're a smoker, stop it. Nobody wants to smell that shit. Nobody wants to smell it. They don't want they don't want to smell it on your breath. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's bleh, it's bad. Yeah, and everything they touch smells bad. Paper that they have smells bad. I mean, ugh, I don't know who could do that. I don't know who could do that. It's horrible. And way to go, Hope. Co My boy and I'm not making fun of the baby Jesus, so I want y'all not to get your panties in a wad. Philip says he found God, and he says, him and the old lady have rediscovered Jesus, and Jesus has pulled him through. Now, that may or may not be true. I suspect Philip has found Jesus many times, but this time it may have took. It might have actually settled in. So we'll know later. We don't know for sure. I love the baby Jesus though, but maybe he has found the baby Jesus. A lot of people go to jail and they find baby Jesus. I did not go to church, man. I went to sleep at 8 o'clock. I was I was just tired. Oh, I can't wait for Hillbilly Days. I'll be going live a lot during Hillbilly Days, so y'all have to tune in. If you're a subscriber if you're a subscriber, I'll take you on some Hillbilly Days. So if you're a subscriber, we'll do some special stuff for Hillbilly Days. Oh boy, my eyeballs are floating. Angela, not frozen. Sorry for you, baby. You got a problem. I don't break out the overalls. No, I wear flannel. That's close I get. Now Anna breaks out the overalls. If Anna's in the chat, Anna breaks out the overalls. She's got a jumper, some shorts that are like overalls. Angie, I'm fine. I don't know why you tell me to take a break for, baby. We're good. What you talking about, Willis? I don't know. Angie, Angie. One of my favorite Rolling Stone songs. Angie, Angie. Oh, Angie. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm not got to pee yet. I'm just, I've had a lot of liquids. So when you sw I like Different Strokes was cool. Sadly, everybody on that show passed away, I think. I don't think there's anybody alive. Todd Bridges might I don't think Todd Bridges is alive. I think they're all passed. I saw Mr. Drummond. I saw Mr. Drummond in New York City when I was a senior in high school. New York City! Is Todd Bridges still alive? Okay. I did not know he was alive. Me and my me and my wife, we watch a lot of those old shows. And we'll say, "I wonder if they're still alive." We play alive or dead and we Wikipedia it to see. It's one of our fun things to do. Alive or dead. Well, we do that all the time when we watch a show. And the next thing we do is look at their net worth. Wonder what their net worth was. Yeah. So we do a lot of Googleizing when we watch these old shows. Come on, YT. Someone give me a comment. I know there ain't nobody over here looking. My YT game sucks, you know? Hillbilly Days is in Pikeville, Kentucky. Kentucky. It's always in Pikeville. Kentucky, Eastern Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's usually like the 3rd week in April. Oh, Brian, what's up, my brother? Brian is on Brian is on the FB. Props to you, Brian, my buddy. Yeah, Hillbilly Days is a lot of fun. From Lexington, 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours. It depends on how you drive. Oh, thank you. Somebody moved over to YT. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. Um, ah, someone asked a question. Oh, I love soup beans. Cornbread, soup beans. Yes, sirree, Bob. Yep. Love me some soup beans. Uh, what's up, Indiana? Hoosier, Hoosier, Hoosier. Oh, Johnny. So someone in the chat says they had a trust and the effective date is 26. When will you get paid? It depends on the trust. You need to look at the trust document and see what it says. And let me throw something at you. I'm gonna throw you a curveball. Unless you have seen the trust, unless you know for sure there's money in the trust, you might go to the administrator of the trust and ask that question. Go to the administrator and find that out. That should be spelled out in. I'm not a big fried tater fan, but now I love cornbread and soup beans. There's one restaurant here in town that has tater um, the cornbread. There's a restaurant here called. Oh, it is boring over there on YT until I get my, thank you very much for the comment over there. It is boring, nobody looks over there. It takes me a while to build up a following over there. Um, I love Billy Ray's. So I've started to tell you. There's a restaurant here called Dairy Cheer. On Tuesdays on Tuesdays, they have something called Tater Tuesday, and they have soup, beans, cornbread, onions, fried taters, Tater Tuesday. And during Hillbilly Days, they serve soup beans all week long, plus others. Thank you, Donnie. Guys, go on over to my YT and my FB, show it some love. And if you guys, if you like what I do and you want to support me, consider a subscription. A subscription here on TT costs you $9 a month. If you've had an automobile accident, fellas, I only get 20%. That's it. 20%. Tell your friends and family. I don't know what mutton is. Is that lamb or sheep? No, I don't eat no sheep. No. But I try to tell people my YT game. In fact, I'm going to be doing when I get my schedule really solid, when I get more settled over in Florida, I'm going to have a scheduled time for YT, and that's the only channel I'm going to be on. So if you're here on TT, go on over to my YT, set your notification, and I'm going to get a set schedule, and that's the only platform I'm going to go on. So I need a bunch of people on there to get that algorithm going. Need a bunch of people. But I ain't doing that now, not today. But thank you. Yeah, there's the pro and I'm David, you're from Martin County? We're at in Martin County. I was over there just the other day. David from Martin County. Oh, on Milo? Did you ever fish in that lake? The Milo Lake? Um, I had a teacher that just passed away from up there, Webb, James Webb. He was a fabulous musician. Come on, guys. Let's get us 50,000 likes. Let's Mr. Webb. Mr. Webb was my 8th grade teacher back in the day. Thank you guys for the follow. Let's get some viewers up in here, fellas. 180 people. That's shabby. Woohoo! Love the gift, guys. Guys, and that's a whole nother thing. So let me go on my rant about the donations here. If you really want to donate, give me a cup of coffee through my Cash App. If you do it through this platform, they take 70% of that money. Thank you, you're waving. Thank you, hand. Thank you very much, waving. Um, so they take all of that money, so if you really wanna donate, get me a cup of coffee over on my CA. I got a link on the app, where there's cash. That app thing, you can see it on my profile. If you're really gonna give something, do it that way. Oh, I love YouTube. YouTube is better for the viewers because you can ask a good full question. It don't come in pieces. So the reason I like YouTube is the questioning is better. There's not as much traffic, that's true, but you can ask a good full question. It doesn't come in pieces. So as long as you all can hear me, that's all I'm saying. And I try to tell people in every chat, I'm getting better at when I hear a good question, I announce the question. What's up, April? You ain't alone. Come on, April. Judith and April's over here. Thank you guys. Yeah, it's, there's not as much activity, but, you know, we're good. So, guys, if you're on the TT, let's get it popping. And so the same name on YT. If you go to my profile, you'll see all of my social media. You'll see it all there. But the thing with the gifts, guys, I would just as soon as you, if you're going to give me a cup of coffee. Oh, Judith, you can go to my link if you want to order merchandise too and show some support. But the Cash app is a better way to do that. 25 cents or whatever. I'm not begging. I'm just saying to you, don't do the other GIFTSs. What's up, Denise? So the Christine Williams, thank you, baby, on the YT. What's up, guys? Thank you very much. So I accept donations through other things just because TT is really putting the screws to a lot of these creators. They're really putting the screws to them. So, if you feel inclined, Keenus Maynard was the prosecutor over there. I know Keenus quite well. My father and him were very good friends. Is he still alive? Yeah, I'm I'm not talking about the taps. You can tap the hell out of it. TT don't take as much for subscriptions as they do with these GIFTSs. I I like the subscriptions because I get paid more for those. If you really want to support, a subscription is the way to do it over here on TT. It's really the way to do it. I do a lot of extra content for subscribers. So, we have counseling on Wednesdays. We have trivia the first and third Tuesday. I'm do a few extra things, chat only, live sometimes whenever I can figure out how to do it. Thank you, Hazel. The subscription really helps it. Yeah, April, I've heard people say that the font's really small. Yeah, over on the YT, but you can ask a full question, and I get it through my ears, so it just depends. It's not as, when I get more regular on my YT channel, I suspect I'll get more viewers. So, I got merchandise. Thank you, Rhonda. Yes, we have fun on trivia. Yeah. And I got good merchandise. I mean, so there's a lot of ways to support. What's up, Crystal? Thank you. I think it says Crystal on YT. She's giving me a shout out. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, I can't see the name. Thank, thank you. Well, taking bets on Savannah's mother. So I'm going to do a TikTok. Oh yeah, April. It's a whole new world. I think YT is a lot more wide open. You see a lot of crazy shit going on in YT that you can't get by with on here. It's a lot different. So let me throw this out at you. Thank you, Crystal. on the YT. So, I'm gonna do a video here in a minute when I get out of live here. Thank you for the subscription. I mean, the subscription on the TT sets you back about $9 a month. So, but I think it's worth it. If you like what I do, that's a good way to support, you know. Try it for a while. If you don't like it, you can always stop. Yeah, Pluto is good. So Miss Guthrie, someone asked about Savannah Guthrie's mother. So I wonder, this is just a thought. Maybe it's too early to be thinking about these things, but I'm going to drop a TikTok about this particular topic. When you see it come across your feed, show it some love, share it, send it down the road. I'm wondering because Savannah was supposed to be in Italy watching the Olympics, commentating on it. That was a good gig. I would say she probably would have gotten a bonus for traveling out there. So I'm wondering if she sits around. Thank you, April, for the compliment. Thank you for that. Yeah, I've got a bunch of OGs that's been subscribing for a long time, and I'm much appreciative. If you like what I'm doing, that's a good way to to see that I can continue to do it because it is a factor, right? It cost me about $300 a month to do what I do here. I have to pay people to help me with my YouTube channel, to help me with my editing, to help me with my newsletter. It's a lot of expense. So anyway, I'm wondering if Savannah Guthrie, and again, this might be too early for this kind of humor. I'm wondering if she sits around and thinks, "Gosh damn it, mother, you knocked me out of a trip to Italy." I wonder if she has that thought. Or wonder if she thinks, "I know I should have got her a life alert." Right? She didn't get her no life alert, and she knocked her out of a trip. I wonder if she thinks that. You reckon? I know, being serious. If it was my mother, I'd be thinking "Damn it, mom. I was supposed to go to fricking Italy. And now I'm here waiting on somebody to find your sorry ass." Is that too early? I think that might be too early. That's my humor. It's a little weird, but I'm gonna drop a tick. You think it's too soon? I'm gonna drop a TikTok on it anyway tonight. I'm gonna record it as soon as I get out of here. Can't help myself. My, well, ukulele, I'm sorry. Okay, okay, Rob, I don't know. I just think it's funny. It's not funny. I truly feel bad for her, but I wonder if she sits around and thinks about that. "Damn it, I could have been in Italy." You know, that's a normal thought. I mean, and her mother was 84 years old. I mean, I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying. Maybe so. Yeah, I think it's a valid point. It's a human thought, right? No, I don't think her mother's anywhere. Oh, I didn't know that. So it don't let you reply to anybody else's comment? Oh, I'm sure it's crossed her mind. That's a normal human thought, right? Maybe I'm abnormal, right? I think a lot of people might think that, but I think that's a normal thought. Yeah, I think Yeah, K-Rob. Yeah, see, I think that's a normal thought. Like, "Damn it, mom, why'd you have to do this?" Or, "Why didn't I should have got her that damn life alert." Yeah, I could ask her. No, Marianne would say, "No, I don't I do I don't screen, I don't screen my TikToks through my wife because if I asked her, she wouldn't want me to put half of the shit that I put on. Anybody that says that hasn't crossed her mind, I think is lying, and it would cross your mind too. If you had a big gig and you were waiting for 4 years to do it, I mean, um, just just think, you had this planned. NBC told her probably 2 years ago that she was gonna get a go, and so she's getting ready to go. She probably had her damn bags packed, and then her mama went and got abducted. And you know she's thinking, "Shit, I'm missing out. Daggone it, mother. Come on, mom." You know? And she's probably kicking herself in the ass for not getting that life alert. That's all I'm saying. That would be normal. I think that's normal. Tapping the screen on YT, yeah. Yeah, it works different. But that's okay. We're good. No, she wanted to go. You don't work in that industry and not want to go to the Olympics. That's where you get a lot of face time. There there's no way you're not gonna wanna do that. Alright. I believe you're wrong. Yeah, I would be aggravated. I gotta tell you. I love the family was involved. I think the family was involved. I mean, that's a big deal, and you work and you're looking for that. I'd be aggravated if my mommy kept me from going, even though she couldn't help it. Yes, Magnum. Yep, trying to monitor all of them. It's good though. I think I'm doing all right. I'm on the YT. Thank you guys for looking in on me over here too. My peeps over here. Well, I'm not saying she doesn't love her mother. That's not what I'm saying. Like, you can love someone and be pissed off at the same time. Like, I'm just saying I'd be aggravated. No. Yeah, well, so they have went over to her sister and brother-in-law's house, I think 3 times. They ain't knocking on that door just to say hi. The feds went back over there because the state screwed this whole thing up. And the more they tromp around in there, even if, and I said this before, when if they find that person, if they find her if they find her and they find the person that did it, they'll never be able to prosecute them because that evidence is all contaminated, and they keep adding on bullshit, and I think the feds keep questioning people to get the public off of their back, you know? Like, they pulled over a damn UPS driver. Like, why are they questioning is it an Amazon or a UPS driver, and ask them if they ever been in that neighborhood? Well, hell yeah, they've been there. That's what they do for a living. And it just seems to me they're desperate now. And I don't think they want to quit. They're in one of these positions to where if the feds stop, then there's gonna be holy hell come down on them. The public that is addicted to this story is gonna wonder why they stopped. If I was in charge, if I was Cash Patel, I'd probably stopped a week ago. When I noticed that the state and that sheriff had screwed that up, I would have let them have it. I wouldn't even got in that mess. I wouldn't wanna be associated with all that mess. They're just in a big old pissing contest, and it's not good. Yeah, they're desperate. That's the way that I look at it. And I've been part of a few investigations, not to this magnitude, but when you see the police mess up the way they did, you can't fix it. They messed that investigation up as soon as they crossed the threshold of her door. They messed it up. They were looking at the wrong thing. They weren't looking at the family members. They weren't looking to gather evidence, and that's what happened. When those people they were wealthy, they had the halo complex on them, so the police went in there not looking at them as a suspect. When all police training tells you when there's an abduction, you should particularly look at family. For some reason, they didn't. They ignored that. It's all Yeah, it's almost always a family member. Almost always. And then you got these morons at what's it, uh, TLZ or whatever the hell it is, that rag, online rag, TMZ. Is that what it is? No, money is the best thing in the world. Yeah, money is not the root of all evil. Yeah. So you got them morons wanting clicks. They're wanting clicks. So they're reporting every cockamamie story that comes into there because they can legitimately, even if they think the person that's giving them this information is nuttier than a damn fruitcake, they're going to put it out there because it drives up their clicks, it drives up their viewership. So it's not in their best interest not to forward all this bullshit that you get. So they're putting forth all the shit that they get because it's in their interest. They ain't looking for the person that abducted that old lady. Hell, they're loving it. And the sheriff now is trying to cover his big ass. And the FBI, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I honestly don't know what they're doing. A lot of resources being wasted. So it's a mess. And a bunch of morons dealing with it. Untrained. Yeah, I think that's probably true. They thought that maybe they were hoping probably that she would just kind of old person walked out, but, you know, and then those people are wealthy. So, you know, why you gonna go look at a rich person? That's bullshit. That glove is bullshit. It was found 2 miles from that scene. That is utter bullshit. I mean, they keep putting that out there to keep people off their back. It makes it look like they're busy. I mean, that is bullshit. And it's just I'll I'll know more, Marianne, tomorrow. Thursday don't sound bad, but let me wait till tomorrow. I'm trying to wrap up. I wanna wrap put more pressure on this report. And I'm supposed to get my blood work on Wednesday. They want me to renew my blood work. So I'd like to wait until I got those results. So hopefully it'll be Friday, or I might do it Tuesday. I might do my blood work Tuesday just to hurry it up. I've been taking this new dose. Yeah, I know, but I wanna make sure this blood work is okay because I don't wanna get down there and then have them tell me, you know, I wanna make sure. You can appeal a probate court decision, but it ain't gonna do you any good. When you appeal a probate, you have to prove that somebody done something really wrong. I mean, that's not the legal standard, but you're probably not gonna work out for you. I wouldn't waste my time. If you didn't get what you wanted through the probate, you probably just need to move on with your life. If you got a bad outcome in a probate situation, just move on with your life. It ain't gonna do you any good. You'll have to spend a lot of money challenging that decision from a judge. They have a lot of discretion. It doesn't matter. I still get blood work done. The hospital's still open. So I'll get it done early in the morning. Early, early. I've got the house almost clean. I got one more room to deal with, and then I'll be done. Melissa, you can do whatever you want to. If you can't, if that money is burning a hole in his pocket and he can't wait till the probate's done. I do a lot of child support. If he can't wait, I don't get it why people get so greedy when someone passes away. Let that probate because he might get more. Why would he wanna sign off on it to get some quick cash, Melissa? I mean, why would he wanna get quick cash now? Why? That might get you in trouble. Wait till the probate is over because you don't wanna get yourself in trouble. You don't wanna get yourself in trouble. Wait till the probate is over. Don't give him a damn penny until the probate is closed. That way you don't get in trouble because you might leave yourself short. There might be some new bills that come out. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Tell him to kiss your ass. Well, that's a valid worry. If you do, what's up, Jamie? Yeah, don't do that. Do the probate the way it's supposed to be done. Do it by the book so that way you don't have your ass hanging out. If you do something early and bills come in, you ain't getting that money back from your brother. Yeah, Melissa, tell him to kiss your ass if he fusses. Tell him there ain't no money. That'll make him crazy. You could say there ain't no money. He'll go nuts. I don't know where that money went. It's gone. Something happened. I had to pay a finger hut bill. Yeah, I would tell my brother their mama had an old finger hut bill and I had to pay it. I don't know where the hell that bill come from. Anybody remember Finger Hut? All them little tic-tacky, god awful wall hanging. You can Oh, Finger Hut, baby. You can sue an attorney for anything, but you're probably not gonna win. Someone wants to know, can you what grounds can you sue an attorney? You don't need grounds to sue an attorney. If you think your attorney has committed malpractice, get you a lawyer and sue 'em. Finger Hut. Yeah, loved it. My mother my mother was the Finger Hunt queen. She loved it. She ordered yeah, an old Avon deal. Yeah, that's another one. Avon or Finger Hunt. My mother bought all kinds of tacky shit from Finger Hunt. But back in the day, that was one of the easier places for you to get credit, right? You could get credit from there. You could get credit from Avon. After deposition, you should have mediation. Someone wants to know in the chat, what's the next thing after, depositions in a civil case? In a civil case, once everybody's had depositions, you usually move to mediation. Yeah, Finger Hunt was terrible. When I did bankruptcies back in the day when I first started bankruptcies, Finger Hunt, home interior, Finger Hunt, you don't know how many bankruptcies I've included those kinda damn little debts. Oh, it's terrible to see people get that kinda stuff because it ain't worth a shit. They talk about Temu. That was Temu before Temu. Yeah, it's like 21% APR. But my mother had a shit ton of them. It happens when someone passes, you need to watch because it is a race to the house. If it's your folks, your mom and dad, I mean, people just are like scavengers. Even, and I hate to say it, your brothers and sisters are like scavengers. When someone passes, or even worse, they're on their deathbed in their home. People steal. They take gold coins, they take collectibles, they take all that shit. And then you ain't got nothing. If you're doing the probate, you look around. If you're doing probate and you're administrator or executor, you have to claw that stuff back. And if you know for fact it was there, you have to file a motion. You have to accuse your relatives of taking it. And when they come in, they're going to say, I didn't have nothing. I never saw those collectibles. I don't know where all those coins went to. I have no idea where that stuff is. You're crazy. That's what they're going to say. That's what they're going to say. That's crazy. Crazy. Yeah. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's what's going to happen. I see it all the time. It's a race to the house, and they get picked clean. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate. I hate it. Oh, man. Who won the Daytona 500? Well, David, make sure. What's up, JPP? Well, I may get out of here and cut me a video or two and go watch the rest of that. What lap are they on? Somebody tell me, 'cause I'd like to watch the end of it. Rest a little bit. I'm tired. Oh, so they've got it's not even halfway yet. Okay, cool. Um, I'm really full right now, so I don't know that I'll make pizza. I'll probably wait till tomorrow. It'll keep. I can't do it tonight. I'm still full from lunch. I probably won't eat anymore today. Uh, I've drank enough to float a damn boat. So I think I'll just wait till halfway. Somebody tell me when we got halfway on the Daytona 500. I'd like to have another call if we have another issue. Somebody call me with an issue. That would be nice. Kind of pass a little time. If you got a legitimate issue, you can let me know what it is. Drop a comment in the box. Tell me what your issue is before you call. Yes, I will take a call if you tell me what the issue is right now. What's up? 163. Let's get us. You gotta tell me what the damn issue is. I ain't gonna let you just call me or step up here cold call. Suing an attorney? Oh, okay, that's a good one. What's your name? Tell me what your name is. Yeah, most of the time a creditor don't come to court. They don't come. Yeah, it's rare. Usually if you sue a small creditor, if you okay, Wade. Okay, Wade, go ahead, holler at me. If it's on suing a lawyer, we'll talk a little bit about that. Um, yeah, used to do a lot of bankruptcies, finger huts, and all those little tiny, but usually yeah, I don't know how long your lawsuit will take to settle. That depends. That I can tell you that right now. It just depends. It depends. It depends on where you're at in the history of the lawsuit. If you've had depositions yet, so depends. You Some lawsuits take longer than others, depends on who your lawyer is, how quick they are, how much they push. I mean, there's a lot of that depends on your lawyer. Like, well, wait on mediation. Wait on your mediation. Quit counting your money. Move on. Yeah, it'll get there. Too many people get in these lawsuits, they start counting their money. I just told you what the next steps were, I think. After mediation after mediation, you should do settlement negotiations. Thank you for that. What's up, Chuck? How you doing, Chuck? What's up, Chuck? Yeah, well, 3 years is a long time for a civil action. It really is. If your lawyers are on the ball like a car wreck, I can dispose of a car wreck in about 6 to 7 months. It depends on what stage of treatment the the individual is in. Treatment makes a big difference in a car wreck, which, by the way, guys, if you have a car wreck or you know somebody, family or friend, let them know that I can do that daggone thing for 20%. 20% for your automobile accident. If you're hurt, it wasn't your fault. If you have a police report and insurance, gotta have insurance. You can't sue somebody without insurance. Well, you can sue them, but you ain't getting no money. So holler at me. You can message me. If you have an automobile accident, you can send me an email. Yeah, sometimes the best way to do is be prepared to pay fines unless you've got an excuse. If if you've got an excuse for your traffic issue, throw it out to the prosecutor. They may have some pity on you, but otherwise be prepared to pay. Sometimes you don't even have to go to traffic court. You can pay early. You can go to the clerk's office and pay. Usually, some states allow you to pay before the court date. Save yourself some hassle, unless you've got a real good excuse for the traffic issue, you know? So I always tell people to show up anyway. And if they don't show up, ask for the case to be dismissed. What's up, John? Thank you, buddy. Thank you for that. I mean, if Wade don't know how to call, I probably don't need speaking to him. If he can't figure that out, that kind of tells you how the call's going to go. I mean, I heard you, Magnum. Go to my picture, click on my picture, and you should be able to see the number right there. Amanda, you have a warrant? Call. Find out what the deal is. What's the warrant for? Is it for a traffic issue? If it's for a traffic issue, you better call. You better call to make sure they got a warrant. They got a warrant for you. Your ass might go to jail. If you have a warrant, I'd get me a lawyer. Get him to take care of that warrant first. Get your lawyer to take care of that warrant, because if you show up and they know you got a bench warrant on you, they're gonna put your ass in a can. Most places do. So I don't know. What's up?
What are you doing?
Sitting here on TikTok, getting ready to go here in a minute.
You can hear the cars lapping.
Can you? There's like almost 100. That's almost halfway.
Yeah, you can literally hear it go
Oh, I know. It's loud. She can hear we're so close to the speedway, we can hear it at our new house.
Patio. It like the sound travels to the outdoor kitchen where all those walls are closed in, and it
Yeah.
sounds like that's where it's racing.
Yeah, that'd be cool. How are the kids?
Good, the neighbors just sitting for a look.
All right, well, let me go. Somebody's calling. This Eugene?
Mr. Eugene, this is Wade.
All right, Wade, tell me what the issue is.
So I had a guardianship case with my son's great uncle after his mother passed.
Okay, hold on. Let me. So your son, it's your son,
Yes, sir.
and you have a guardianship case.
His uncle. So my son's mother passed, and his uncle at the funeral decided to file a restraining order, a protection order, anti-harassment order, everything under the sun.
Who has control of the child right now?
His uncle.
Why? How come you don't?
Because at the funeral they decided to put an anti-harassment order on me because there's no parenting plan in place with me and his mother.
Why would there be a parenting plan? Did you have, hold on, did you have custody of your child before the mother passed?
No.
Okay. So that's where the issue is, right? What kind of visitation did you have prior to the mother passing?
It was just I'd call her to see my son, and she would tell me where to pick him up at.
So you didn't have, were y'all married?
No, sir.
Okay. So you were never married, and you never had any kind of court ordered visitation, right? It was just between you two.
Yes, sir. So his mother, due to some negligence, he ended up in foster care, and we fought CPS 2 different times. And and I fought for him. I did everything they asked me to the T, and they still granted her custody. And that was the
Well,
second time.
well, so how old is your son?
He's 14 years old.
Okay, so he's at a different age now. So you got few issues. First off, I'm not going to try to beat you over the head, but you should have went to court. And I'm telling this mostly for everybody else that's looking in. Anytime you're in a situation that you were in and you weren't married, you need to go to the court and get a court-ordered visitation schedule. That will save everybody's ass. Okay, do you have any more kids?
Yes, I do.
How many more?
3.
Do you have custody of them?
No, sir.
Do you have court-ordered visitation?
I
No.
believe on one with one. I do.
Well, you would know that. That's not an I believe answer. And I'm not trying to beat you up. That's not an I believe answer. That's either you do have court-ordered visitation or you don't.
I do on one child. I do.
So you went to court on that one child, and you've got a paper that says you have visitation so often, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So in the other one, you do not?
No, sir.
All right. So I will tell you, you need to get court-ordered visitation. Are both these kids the same mother or different mothers?
They all have different mothers.
Okay, let me give you another piece of advice, and I know you didn't call me up to hear this, but put a goddamn wrapper on it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my brother. Let's be responsible. Put something on it. You don't need to be bringing kids into the life and all this turmoil. And if you do bring them in, and now I love kids. I've got 5. No, I don't. I've got 4. So Oh, no, yeah, 4. Jesus Christ. So all of my kids, and I got 10 grandkids. So, but if ever I had an issue and I had to get custody, I would do that. So you need to get court-ordered visitation for your kids.
Okay.
Okay? So do that. But now with this other one, you don't have an order, right? Your uncle, had the child ever lived with the uncle before?
Yes, he did. When he was the second time.
Say again?
He was put in foster care twice, and it was the second time that he went to foster care that he lived with his uncle back in 2020.
Okay. So the system is familiar with the uncle being a placement, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if the system is familiar with the uncle being a placement, and since mother had custody when she passed away, it would seem to me that now you're the father, so you are the next in line. Okay, so this is what I'll tell you. You're in a good position. Hold on a second. Hey, you all in the chat. I was listening to hold on. I was listening to 1,000 other things. I have 4 kids. Shut up. I was confused. I had to slow down with my kids. So you are in a good position. Like you're in a real good position because you're the father. Now let me ask you, do you have any domestic issues looking at you? Nothing, no court action against you right now?
I just finished up one with my youngest son's mother.
Was it a domestic?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So, well, that's okay. I'm not trying to beat you up. I'm just trying to right now what I'm trying to do is show you how you can put yourself in a good position to ask this other kid. Okay? So, what you wanna do, you're the father. You have so the domestic wasn't with this 14-year-old's mother?
No, sir.
Okay, well, good. So what I would do, since it's not with that mother, you're the father, you're the next in line, but you've got to show up pretty, right? You got to show up with no issues. Have you paid your child support?
I've been paying it, yes, sir.
With this 14-year-old, you're not behind?
No, sir.
Because that's the first thing they're going to throw at you. And so what I would do is go into court. Do you know how often you've been visiting with this child?
About 3 times a month, and it'd be random. It'd be like overnight once, and then a couple-hour visit. We'd go to the movies, and then another time I'd just show up over and visit him.
So nothing regular.
No.
Well,
sir.
you need to get your log out and put down how many times you've been visiting. So this isn't so you don't wanna know how to sue a lawyer?
No, I do. That's the whole reason.
Okay, alright, so we'll get to that. Alright, good. So someone in my ear said it must sue a lawyer. So I'm just trying to help you. Do you have a lawyer for this case now?
I did. So they ended the guardianship, and when we went to trial, the lawyer didn't. He went to Texas to visit his friend that he has known for like 4 years.
The lawyer went to Texas?
No, sir. My son did, and they didn't ask me for permission. They didn't say nothing. They didn't even tell me. Like I visit his friend for like a week.
Okay. So how do you think you might have a lawsuit against the father for that kind of issue? What's your thinking on that?
Well, as the father, like I should have been made aware since we were going through this legality issue. I feel like I should have been made aware of him being taken out of the state. Like,
Well, did you have any formal custody? And I'm gonna go back to that because that's a big deal. Unless you had some type of formal custodial right other than parent, but you're the parent, you probably should have had some kind of formal custodial right given the fact that you had some CPS engagement and all that stuff. So did you have anything on paper that was a court ordered for your visitation?
just what CPS had issued way back in 2021 or 22, I think it was. The whole case got he got back into his mom's custody.
Okay. All right. So that's a little murky to me. So you probably don't have a case against the lawyer for not notifying you. Maybe, should they have notified you? Probably. But your child's back in your jurisdiction, right?
So I live in a small town, and it's about 200 miles from where his great uncle lives, and he's been raised here in my town.
What is that? What state is that?
Washington.
Is he in a different state now?
No, not anymore. He was up in Seattle.
That's what I mean. So he's still in Washington, but
Yes.
he's not in your little location, right?
Yes. No, sir, he's not.
How long has he been away from your location?
His mother passed on March 17th, and they took him the 27th of March.
So this has been almost a year?
And I've been trying to fight it, and I've been looking for pro bono.
Well, see, you haven't been trying, and I'm going to fuss at you a little bit. You have not presented yourself in any kind of formal matter in front of a court, right?
No, sir.
Okay. Try and don't get it.
No, it doesn't.
No, and I'm not fussing at you. I'm trying to beat you up. I'm trying to. Hopefully, you learn something with these other kids you got. Don't make the same goddamn mistake. I mean, don't do it. So when you say try and you weren't trying, you might have thought you were trying, but unless you actually present yourself to court, you weren't trying, and that's what they're going to look at. They're going to look at the fact that you waited a year almost to present yourself to court. And that's going to be a big hurdle for you, not counting, the domestic issue and all that other crap. So this is what I would do. I would let the judge know, see, it's been a year now. You can't, because I was going to say you're in a good position because you could argue that he spent most of the time in your community, but you can't say that now.
No,
I
can't.
Yeah, he's done.
We just finished the court case, I think it was like 2 months ago.
Yeah. Is what they're going to say.
Yes, sir.
So once you let a child establish roots, it's going to be hard. But now the upside is, this is the upside. I would ask for a guardian to be appointed to get involved. First off, you're going to have to spend some money and get involved in the case. Don't do the try thing. If you got money, you can get a lawyer to work on your behalf. You're going to have to get a lawyer to get involved in your case. And I would probably ask that a guardian be represented, but this is only if. I don't want you to throw away and waste your money. I know you want your kid. If you think your child's 14 years old, so in most states at the age of 14, a judge will heavily consider the wishes of that child. But since
Yes,
you
sir.
don't have a real strong bond with that child, I'm not sure how likely it is if that judge wants to talk to the child, if that child would say, "Yeah, judge, I want to go with daddy." How likely, just let's be honest, how likely do you think that that child will say, "I want to go with daddy"?
Considering how long he's been gone, not very much at all.
Okay. So, and thank you for your honesty. And I think that's an honest answer. That's exactly what I would guess.
And it does hurt, but
It does hurt, right? And that's okay. So what I would do, and I wouldn't waste my money, but I would ask for visitation, a standard visitation or some type of visitation that you can get hold of. And kind of let that go and don't do any of the custodial thing because I think you're pissing in the wind on that. And but I would certainly present myself and don't let your child think you give up on him. And the way you do that is file an action and get in front of
Yeah.
the judge and let him know. You want your child to know that you want to see him. Now, whether or not the court will allow you, I don't know about that. But the custody, I wouldn't waste my money on the custody because that ain't going to happen. The child's probably not going to say he wants to go with you. And I know that's a really good answer. And I appreciate that honesty. But at this point, you just want to keep a relationship, right?
Ooh, yes.
So get you a lawyer, get involved in that case wherever he is, and ask for visitation. There is no judge that I can think of, and you got to keep this domestic shit down, and kind of not work. Don't let those things pop up, and make sure you're clean because they're probably going to ask you to take a urine screen.
Yes, sir.
And not even any leafy stuff. You got to stop all that shit. You want to be a father, be a father. All right. And I'm not trying to bust your balls. You're
Yeah, I
right. So
appreciate
I
that.
don't want you mad at me. I'm just trying to help you. If you was my client, that's exactly the way that I would speak to you. Okay.
Yes, sir.
How old are you?
I'm 41, almost 42.
Okay. So you're a full grown ass man. And
Yes, sir.
you got babies. So let's treat them and let's let's do that. But I would get a lawyer, get involved, let your child know. That's an important thing. I think that you let him know that you're presenting yourself and you want to have contact.
Yes.
All right. But I don't
Yes,
think
sir.
you got a case against your lawyer.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate you.
All right, my brother. You be good. Keep watching. And if you have an automobile accident, you know where to come, right?
Yes, sir. I sure do.
All right, my brother. We'll see you.
Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Well, it's a good call. But that's the kind of information. That's the kind of stuff you're going to want to know, right? If any of y'all, if this affects any of you all, that's what I do, right? And I did not forget how many kids I had. I had so much going in my ears and trying to listen to him. It's very hard to maintain your concentration. So I heard Elizabeth in the background. Where's Elizabeth? Is she still on here? If you tell your mother, I will. Oh, yeah, I can. So sure, Rhonda. Come on, get it out. That's it, Alexandra. Alexandra, you're number 5, baby. Oh, too many in my head. I got all this. I'm all right, Jamie. I did just she knows me. She knows. Yeah. Oh, what oh, I'm doing all right, Nicole. 50 in Michigan? The lost sibling? Where's that other damn child at? Oh, my brain just short circuited. Too much. I got too much in my head. Yes, Alexandra. It's you or we got Keith. I could adopt Renee in here, but Renee's a little older. That'd be a little harder. Oh God, I'm embarrassed now. Yeah. Yeah, they don't know that their inheritance just got smaller by 20%. Oh God. Just talking too much. My brain can't keep up. All right, Jamie, I got you, brother. Uh, yeah, I'm God almighty, that was crazy. I just my brain just short circuited. I know I've got 4 kids, or maybe do I have 5? 4, 5, 7. What's up, just me? I am the father. I'm your father, Luke. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. All right, guys. Thank you very much. That was fun. Good call. I'm tired. Hell, I forget how old I am. Of course, it could be early onset. Yeah. You know, CRS, can't remember shit. Yeah. I remember like our statutes in Kentucky are KRS. So if you go to the KRS, that's our statutory code in Kentucky. So I tell people I have the KRS. Can't remember shit. I mean, I forget my damn birthday. I mean, just especially in here. I mean, I don't know if you know, I put my headphones on. I put my headphones on my daughter, and when it's a real active chat like it was here. So I got chat coming in here. I got chat coming in on my YouTube and my Facebook, and the the sound crazy. And so when I'm trying to think, I'm trying to talk and listen and think, and it just, it short circuits. So I was trying to listen to him and listen to the comment. Yeah. Judy, Judy, Judy. I don't practice in Tennessee, but I can unless you've had a car wreck or if you wanna pay me some money to go t Yeah, it can be I was I was in Walmart last Friday. I was in Pike County Walmart, Kentucky. I go to that Walmart, not a lot, but I'm there. 25 cents. Yes, I take, tips from the Cash App tips. I don't know. If you see me out, say hi. I mean, people do that. Oh, no. Chri Christy, come up and say hi. I can work a car accident any state. I've settled automobile accidents in 17 different states. No shit. I am not shitting you. Yeah, Christy, if y'all see me out, just holler at me. I'm cool. I like it. It's fun. I like to meet people. Now it embarrasses me whenever I see people because I get stopped every now and then, not a lot, but I get stopped. And I'm always humbled when someone comes by. Yeah, we were in a Florida Walmart. Um, I had it most recently, me and my wife were eating at one of the local restaurant here, very nice restaurant, and this lady came across the way, and you can always tell when someone's wanting to talk to you, and my vision's not good, but Marianne saw her, said, "This lady's looking at you, and she's coming," and she said, "Are you on TikTok?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I love watching you," and I asked her name, took some pictures, and, I always get embarrassed, and she said she can't wait to tell her sisters. I had one lady that that tracked me down while I was in court over in Letcher County, Kentucky. Her and her husband tracked me down and saw me. I was actually shocked at that, I couldn't process it. I thought they were my client's family because they were with my client, and it took me a while to figure out that they weren't with my client, and then when I finally asked them what they were doing, they said, "Oh, we see you on TikTok." I said, "I'll be damned." So I talked with them, took pictures, and, it's always enjoyable when I see people. So don't be afraid. If you think it's me, come up and say, "Hey, aren't you TikTok guy?" My grandkids, I was flattered because my grandkids got to see some other young kids saw me in Applebee's, and he said, "Are you that TikTok lawyer?" I said, "Yeah." So, yeah, if you see me, I practice all types, family law, criminal law, bankruptcy. I don't do any bankruptcy anymore, but I know a lot about it. I sue people. Um, w what's up, Bardstown? Thank you. Yeah, Christy, please do. Um, I do a lot of expungements, yes. Why did I leave Mingo County? So I'll take my earphones off. I used to prosecute over Mingo County. I prosecuted for about 17 years, and I just left there because there wasn't enough work, and I wanted to move on to other things, and so I had an office over there. I had a substance abuse treatment facility, and we shut that down. Actually, I had a business partner that helped me shut it down, and we're suing him right now. So, it just wasn't any work over there. I love it over there. Great friends, a good community over there. I feel bad for that area. It's very impoverished, and, it's that area is like a lot of places in Eastern Kentucky. So, yeah, I love Mingo County. Yeah. So, I got my first start over there as a lawyer. I don't watch any other lawyers on here. I don't. There's, Keith the lawyer I follow. Oh, no, he didn't help me. When I say he helped me, I don't mean he helped me. That means he stole my business, so I shut it we had to shut it down because he stole my business. Oh, he's getting his ass sued. He's gonna have to pay me a lot of money. He'll probably owe me a $500,000, but I would settle for next to nothing just because he owes me a lot. What's up, Spitfire? Although I would have settled for 100,000 back when we had mediation, and now that he's being a dick, we'll just go ahead and sue the rest of the way. It's just a lot of money. So, no, he helped me. He helped me in a bad way. So, yeah, he's already well, we've already sued him. I got a lawyer to sue him. He is an attorney, yeah. Nope, it doesn't require a non-compete at all. Yeah, no non-compete. Doesn't matter. Non-compete, you can't, steal somebody's business and start your own business. That's not sue your lawyers do sue lawyers. Ryan and Ryan, I can I I could sue myself, but why would I wanna do that? I hired a lawyer. I always tell people to hire a lawyer. If you've got a problem, hire a damn lawyer. I don't wanna be worried about a lawsuit. I hired a lawyer to do it. There's a no. I'm in Kentucky. I am in Kentucky. Yes, Eastern Kentucky. Eastern Kentucky. So I have to get my lab work in the morning, which means I'll probably have to go to Walmart and take care of some crap. There's a couple more things I need to get. Now no, I don't have to fast. I just don't take my medicine later. No, no, I never took a client that I worked, put him in my rehab. I would have never taken a client and put him in my rehab after I worked on him as a lawyer. I wouldn't have done that. Although there's nothing wrong with that, I wouldn't have done it because I don't own any rehabs. My daughter does. So technically, I probably could have, but I wouldn't do that. Darby, I do drive. I don't drive if I have to read road signs. My my eyesight is more of a reading issue. I mean, I play table tennis, I play basketball, it's a reading issue, not a seeing issue, really. Yeah. I have a valid What's up, buddy? I have a valid license. Yeah, Food City and Walmart's all. And we got some in smaller stores like, Save A Lot, and what's the other one we have, Anna? There's a Save A Lot and a Super Dollar. A Super Dollar. Oh, I play basketball. I shoot basketball. Some of you all probably saw me shoot home in Florida. Um, I have posted up, and I love Food City. Yeah. But I like the Publix in Florida. Man, those are really nice stores. I sent her an edible arrangement. Yeah, I go back to that store all the time, just so that, pink-haired lady will see me. Yeah, Publix is higher. Yeah, that's true. But I love going in there. The help is very nice. Yeah, they made it right, Magnum. Yeah, they did. The manager made it right, and, yeah, I go in there. I don't have any reason not to go. I'm not embarrassed. Yeah, the staff is just wonderful. Public staff are just so helpful. Yeah, we did I don't know what do you mean? Help with, life insurance. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean by helping with life insurance. I'm not sure. All right, guys, it is 4 o'clock, 4:04. I'm gonna go. Thank you all for showing up. We've had a good day together. Listen, fellas, I mean it. If you've had an automobile, what do I have 50,000? Do I have almost 50? So somebody tell me when I have 50. It's been a good day. 50,000, a good day. So, I see some of these creators, and man, and they're getting some of these creators are getting like a million, 600,000. But, they've got a lot of people on their lives. But 50,000 is actually pretty good for me. In Florida, somehow I'll get 100,000. But, thank you. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you, Magnum. So, guys, thank you very much. A lot of energy here today. I appreciate it. But if you've had an automobile accident, keep your eyes open. If you've had friends that's had an automobile accident, let them know about me. Give them my phone number. Give them my phone number. If you've been taking Wegovy or Ozempic, I'm doing some work with the Mark Lanier Law Firm. Take a look at the Mark Lanier Law Firm webpage. I'm doing some work with them. If you've been diagnosed or you've got a friend or family member's been diagnosed with asbestos-related cancer, holler at me. We would love to help you. Um, Asbestos-related cancer, mesothelioma, silicosis is a condition brought on by rock dust exposure. We would love to help you. Wegovy or Ozempic causes a condition called NION. NION. Look at my sticker up there. NION. Go to the eye doctor if you've been taking Wegovy or Ozempic. Get your eyes. So, guys, love it, love it, love it. Thank you. Anything asbestos related, give me a holler. Listen, fellas, and the way I always say it, I do a lot of stuff. I love what I do. I would love to be able to help you. So if life and law collide in your world, you know what to do, right? You know what you do. There's 2 things you do if your life and law collide. Somebody tell me. Book a There you go, sweetie. Book a ho Book a damn call and give me a holler. Thank you. That's what you do. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in the morning. Oh my God.
Call your other kid.
Oh shit. Well, I guess there's so much in my head.
I said 5.
Oh,
Where'd
it's
you get 5 from?
it's nuts. Well, when soon as I said it, I said, "Oh my God, it's 4." But I was trying to listen to that guy and all of those comments, and then you all were laughing at me, and I couldn't.
You got a sibling out there you don't know about.
Yeah, I told Alexandra she's number 5.
I said, I guess he does take after his dad.
Oh my God. It's just listening to all that